Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Today's adventure, the beginning of day number 9?
Day number 9.
Day number 9, father and son road trip. We have covered a lot of miles, a lot of ground. We are on the home stretch. Corbin, Kentucky is where, when you think of Kentucky, what do you think? What are some of the things that you think of?
Oh, let me think. I think of horses and race horses, and I think of mountains and coal mining, and I think of chicken.
Kentucky Fried?
Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Now,
Finger licking good.
KFC is what all the cool folks are calling it. KFC is for short. And it began here, according to this sign. It all began in Corbin, where Harland Sanders first worked in this kitchen behind us.
Worked on 11 spices and herbs for his recipe.
Secret, no spoilers.
No.
Secret herbs and spices. I've enjoyed quite a few KFC pieces of chicken in my day. Yeah. We should go in and see what all the hoopla is about here in Corbin. And I believe on the outskirts of town they have erected a memorial to him as well. So we'll go here and see all this, and then see how the day progresses. I'm inviting you to join me. Are you finger licking?
Finger licking good.
Now I want some chicken. Shall you? Calling me chicken? Subconsciously? There is a very expansive parking lot, and as you turn the corner to where the parking lot is a rather large bucket up here. Now they still serve the chicken in those type of buckets, but this bucket is very retro looking, and there's Harland's face.
Yeah, that's an old school bucket.
Right on the side it says North America's hospitality dish. Colonel Sanders recipe with the retro neon. They have really fixed this place up very nicely. Sanders Cafe, and there's a placard over here which is going to give us a little more info. And we were just driving along trying to make our way back towards Florida. The road trip will be coming to an end in a timely fashion, and saw the sign off the side of the road that said, pull over here. So we did. Said, let's go check out Colonel Sanders' recipe and where it began. At Sanders Cafe, a gas station. Well, I would imagine a gas station once sat here. Here we go. The life of Colonel Sanders and his legacy.
I should get a walking cane.
You could be like the Colonel.
I could be like the Colonel.
Okay, this is towards the end of his life. Let's go over here towards the beginning. Okay, here's way back at the beginning. We got a ferry boat, a river boat here. Here we go. What does that say? 1930.
Harland Sanders moves to Corbin, Kentucky, where he operates his first restaurant, consisted of a table and 6 chairs in the small front room of his Shell oil service station.
That would be what these are alluding to. It doesn't say Shell, it says Firebird.
Firebird.
All right, now we're getting the timeline here. So we got 1930 is when he started it.
Yeah. And then in 31, looks like he expanded the dining room. New location.
For customers, okay. So he moved somewhere else. So that's where the discrepancy is, because I think I've been to other places where they claimed a little bit of the history of the first. But this is where he worked and had the gas station.
Actually, this says he moved across the road.
So right over, across the way over there, possibly? It's all very, very confusing.
I think this may have been the final spot in 31. You know, I don't know either.
It is a tangled web that they weave here.
Yes.
Along here.
Yes.
But in 35, the governor, Ruby Laffoon, in recognition of his Ruby Laffoon. What?
Laffoon.
That's an unusual name.
It sounds like Clouseau.
It sounds like Clouseau or Gaston from Beauty and the Beast friend, LeFou.
Yes,
that is an unusual name that most will not forget. The governor, Ruby Laffoon, in recognition of his contributions, made him the director of the National Restaurant Association.
Ah.
All right. Let's head in. Just to give a little more specifics, this does claim the birthplace of the original recipe. No matter what argument anyone tosses out there, this is the birthplace of the original recipe. That's what I'm going with. The 11, like you said, the 11 herbs and spices. I don't know what any of those herbs are, nor do I want to know. I don't even want to know what goes into the chicken. All I know is it tastes
finger licking good.
pretty good. The birth of a legend, Kentucky's most famous citizen. Colonel Harland Sanders began the part of his life that brought his fame in a small gasoline service station on this highway. He was born in 1890 in Indiana. That's very interesting. I did not realize he was born in Indiana. Moved his family into the quarters behind the station, started pumping gasoline.
Okay, it looks like the original gas station was on the opposite side of the road where that bank is over there now.
Oh.
But then when you open the restaurant, that's what they got over here. That's when they moved across.
Gotcha. No placard on that side of the road, but there is a placard. You call this a placard or a plaque? Or an information tablet?
Thingy.
A thingy.
Yeah.
And then around the other side, near this site.
Yeah, this is the restaurant.
You got it, near this site.
So I think they have reconstructed the one on this side of the road.
So they're giving their interpretation of what it was like across the way. A lot of question marks. I can almost hear the wheels in your head turning, thinking,
Gas station was over there, and when they expanded from the one table to several tables to a restaurant, this is when he opened over.
all right, let's see what other kind of facts we can dilute and not get inside Sanders Cafe. This is great. Sometimes the best stuff is not planned out. We didn't even know this was going to happen. We were just driving along, talking about the trip.
I'll bet you that these posts are probably modern. They're not from the original.
You don't think Colonel Harland Sanders leaned against this?
I don't think so.
No.
But
In my mind, he did.
Oh,
okay.
that's why there aren't cars and cars and
Oh,
cars.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, sad trombone moment. We might just have to peek through the window. They do not want anyone inside.
I think you're right.
I'm sorry, Dad. I know you wanted to go in and have some licking some fingers in there in the booth across the way from Colonel Harland Sanders, where he created the empire began.
Not today.
Now, peeking in the window, you can see they do have a few items on display. They got some cases down in there, a little recreation of what it would have looked like back in the day.
I believe so.
Probably some artifacts. Now, peeking through the other window are some of the sayings that he would... Now, I have worked for a lot of employers over the years, and one of the Colonel's quotes, some of my employers would state, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. The Colonel might have been the one that made that popular. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Did you ever hear that, Dad?
I've never heard that.
You never had any of the people you were working for say that?
No.
You know what it means?
It means if you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean.
So right now, if I was your boss,
You'd have me go clean.
you were leaning, I would say,
Go clean.
sir, employee, you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
You've got to like your work. You have got to like what you are doing. You have got to be doing something worthwhile so you can like it. Because if it's worthwhile, that makes a difference. Don't you see?
In a way, it's probably a good thing that this was not planned, so we're not hugely disappointed that it's not open.
Right.
So we'll just carry on. We'll go look at some of the other things around town in dedication to Harland Williams. Did you know his name was Harland? Or did you just always call him the Colonel?
I vaguely remember that. Yeah. Now that I read it, I remember.
But you will always remember the 11 herbs.
Will, I'm trying to remember what they are.
Okay, 11 herbs and spices, go.
I don't know.
Let me take a guess at it. Salt, not sugar, that's not what we know. Salt, flavor, some other sort of flavoring. A myrrh.
Frankincense. Gold.
I don't know. I don't know what any of them are. Okay, let's think about this. They're cooking it on the grill. It gets off the bill. They're going to sprinkle something on there. 11 herbs. The Colonel says, you got time to lean, you got time to clean, and there's nothing in your hand. Grab one of those herbs, grab 10 more things and the other herb, and put all 11 on this chicken leg.
Rosemary. Thyme.
Rosebud.
I'm trying to remember the song.
They never announced it. It's a secret. That's why he kept it a secret.
Kept it locked in the vault.
It's like a secret sauce.
I wonder if it's in a time capsule.
Maybe they
that
buried
nobody can find.
Maybe it's buried in here. Maybe it's across the street. I can't think of one herb or spice.
I could Google herbs and we could see what it is.
I'd rather not know. I wanted to just
let it be a mystery.
Some things are better left unsaid.
One of those finger-licking good mysteries.
And as we're driving into town, check out some of these little cars over here on the side. We got the Ecto 1, we got Tow Mater, and we got a cruiser from back almost like Andy Griffith days in a way. And now technically pulling into the town limits of Corbin around this corner. So it was just on the outside, Corbin. And right downtown is Sanders Park, named after the man, the myth, the legend, standing in front of me with his hand outstretched, his walking cane, the train in the background there. This is nice. This is not on the site of his cafe, but there is some information right down here. Memorial Park, in grateful memory of the men and women who made significant contributions towards the growth. Okay, this is for the park itself. And here's the train down here. Corbin, Kentucky loves company, dedicated on August 5th, 2015. And here are those who had their hand in creating this park. And the Colonel. Now we got to talking, driving from the cafe over to here, that the reason there is a little discrepancy because it was not the first KFC franchise, it was his cafe. So that might be why other places claim. I'm still really confused by it. Are you confused by it still?
No.
You got a handle on it now?
I've got the handle on it.
Okay, try to give me your rundown.
Yes. Yes, he had a gas station on the south side of the highway up here.
Yeah.
And then had one table with 6 chairs, I think it said. And then when he started having more customers, he moved across the street, opened a cafe, kind of more restaurant. That's where he invented the 11 herbs and spices secret recipe.
Which you looked up on the way over.
I now know.
Tell me 2 of them.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
That song was about the Colonel.
I think it was.
It might have been.
And then, like you said, like you were saying, that recreated replica there is of the cafe. The first actual franchise of KFC was in a different location.
Okay. So that's where the confusion lies.
We could print that off in mimeograph copies and send it out to people.
There will be a quiz later. There'll be a test later.
Of this whole 10-day trip.
Almost like there will be a quiz on how many places we have lived and if anyone has kept up in the non-chronological order. By the way, you know why the chicken crossed the road?
I don't remember.
He was following the Colonel right over here. They're having a Beatles Abbey Road moment against the side. That's what that is.
That's what it is.
That is Abbey Road. Look at that. You could go over and get some takeout and bring it right back over here.
Yes, you sit here and eat on this little checkered sidewalk.
And this chicken has feet on. They have not feet, but of course they have feet on, but they have shoes on. Look at this. That is awesome. If only they realized where they were off to, chickens. I'm not gonna tell you, you would be disappointed. But follow along. He's like the Pied Piper of fowl. The Colonel. He definitely had a look to him.
I like the little fat.
I like. Hey Vern, I like the little bear. We're doing a lot of Ernest quotes.
There are. Why are the chickens wearing shoes?
Well, the one in the middle isn't. And I was just saying, the chickens have no idea where they're heading. They're following him.
I think they're going to a party.
They're going to a party.
Cookout.
Maybe they went along with him because he called them chicken. I bet you won't come along with me.
Chicken.
You were done? You're not done? He has his head on the back. Yes, your head is attached to the back of his hand.
Yes, yes.
From here, we have no game plan except going southbound. We're just gonna drive. We might find something else. We might not find anything else. We didn't think we were gonna find this.
We didn't.
We had no plan for today, and there's no plan continuing on. So it might be a short video, it might be a long video. We're just gonna wing it. See what I did there with winging it?
No.
Chicken wing.
Chicken wing.
Legs.
Ling-a-licking good.
Finger licking. Look at this guy right here. Did he have any idea that he was going to be known forever as the Colonel? Emulated by so many actors. You're like reaching out there. You're trying to get the...
I'm trying to be the mirror image of his...
First celebrity chef, some say.
That's what I heard. I read that somewhere.
He was the original celebrity chef. Because he wasn't the first chef, but he was the one who really...
And he wasn't the first celebrity. But put the two together, what a combination.
And he now has a bench right over here.
His own picture in it.
He created a benchmark for all to follow. And it's been documented by this. I think we spent too much time here. I think it's time to move on, Dad.
There's something across the street we got to see before we leave.
Okay.
A chess set.
Oh, let's go.
A life-size chess set.
We could almost recreate a Beatle moment here.
Yes.
Oh, you know what's very interesting?
What is that?
I have once again my Beatles t-shirt on.
That's right.
You gave me this for Christmas.
I did.
And I'm wearing that crossing over. This is an Abbey Road, but it kind of fits in with Colonel walking across with the chickens.
And I just realized why that chicken doesn't have shoes on. The one chicken that doesn't have any shoes on. Paul wasn't wearing any shoes. When
He wasn't.
Was walking on the Abbey Road thing.
You got it. I didn't put two and two together on that. That is a pond. Pond.
That's correct.
This is a pond.
Yes.
Whoa, that's full of water. That's a pond.
All right. What's this one?
That is I want to say castle.
It is a castle. This is a white castle.
Oh, a White Castle. Just like the little Slider Burger place that just opened in Orlando. Nice tie-in. That is a knight. That is a knight here. Remember how... I think we're losing it out here on the road. That is a bishop.
This is the bishop. The bishop is always smiling.
Yep, that's a smile. That's a bishop. That's the king.
The king.
And that's the queen.
The king of the castle.
King of the castle. And that's the
Queen
queen.
of the king.
That's it.
And you tell Bill again. Bishop.
I used to play a lot of chess. You can move the first move of the pawn, can go two up, then you can take the bishop go all the way to the end, like so. Then the pawn, there you go, do the horse over there. You can go in an L shape, don't fall. And then the pawn can take out the bishop.
That's right.
Just like that, done.
Yes, yes.
Crown me. We played a lot of ping pong together, we played tennis together, but we also played a lot of chess.
Played some chess.
A lot of chess over the years. Got pretty decent. I mean, I have a handle on how the pieces move. I was never any good. I was not a chess master by any means, but
Nor was I.
you did teach me all the moves of playing chess, and I prefer chess over checkers personally.
There's a wisp flying around your head. A wisp.
I think you're sleep deprived. Is there a wasp on me? Why are you staring at me that way?
I'm looking for the wisp. He flew away, I guess. He's gone.
All right, let's move on.
That's moving
We
on.
spent too much time here. Now pulling over to the Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission, where supposedly there is something interesting up here in front of the door, if it still exists. And there he is. Now, I am completely mistaken on what I thought this was going to be. I read online, and I thought I read it was a chainsaw-wielding colonel. But no, it is wielded out of a chainsaw. It's the wood here. It's been carved from a chainsaw. I was expecting to see the colonel with a chainsaw. Pretty neat, made out of a tree.
It is.
Well, check it out. He has real glasses up there.
How about that? Get to chip off the old block.
Now, when I head over, I said, we're going to go see the colonel with a chainsaw. And you made a joke. You want to repeat the joke? Do you remember what you said?
Something about him being a cut-up?
He's a real cut-up?
He's a real cut-up, yeah.
We were also discussing how he was a very kind of a timid, serious guy. But over time, the commercials have kind of turned him into a cartoon character of sorts, a real-life cartoon character. But he really wasn't that way. He was very, very serious.
He was a businessman. You know, we were also talking about how he became obviously very successful in this business, but in the early years, he failed at getting people to take his franchise idea and make it a reality. And how discouraging that must have been in the beginning, until finally he didn't give up. He kept going until finally people said, you know, I think this will work, and my goodness.
And the rest is history.
I wonder what's significant about the 3 chickens.
3 chickens, that's true.
The painting in town had 3 chickens. The one with the shoes?
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, do these have shoes?
No shoes on these.
Just wooden blocks.
Just wooden blocks. But yeah, it's a good point. Every time he's around chickens, there are 3 of them. It's like the 3 amigos or the 3 stooges,
3
or the
blind mice.
3 blind mice, 3 caballeros, and the 3 chickens around the colonel.
Colonel's 3 chickens.
And after carrying on a bit, crossing over Tennessee state line.
Back in the day, the Tennessee Emblem, the slogan used to be the 3 states of Tennessee. There was Western Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and Eastern Tennessee. I say they don't use that anymore.
Fueling up in Rocky Top, Tennessee. I think that was a song about this town. Stopped just outside Chattanooga at a place called Sir Gooney's, which is a raceway, and they were kind enough to let us walk over here. This is a muffler man, called a muffler man because he used to hold a muffler. Now he's got a wrench and a tire as well, and it's right here along the track. Have you ever seen a muffler man?
You know, it's interesting how the mind works.
Yeah?
Or maybe more correctly, how the mind doesn't work.
Okay.
When you said muffler man,
What did you think I said?
I imagined a man whose arms and legs and torso and face were constructed out of
A muffler.
mufflers.
No, it's called that, but I'm glad the race cars aren't going by here. It's called that because he was holding a muffler, and this is like a piece of Americana all over the U.S. There's not a lot left, but there is one here at Sir Gooney's outside Chattanooga.
Maybe they should call him Flat Tire Man.
Flat Tire and Wrench Man.
Flat Wrench Tire Man.
That's
Wrench Flat Tire Man. Flinch Man.
He's holding the wrench in an unusual spot, right there in the middle.
Right on the
Right there.
tip of his finger.
You're not going to be able to turn any bolts like that,
I don't
sir.
think so.
And now going out of Chattanooga and into, what's that sign say? Welcome,
Georgia.
And it appears as if we are in pine cone territory here in Georgia. We covered a lot of miles today. I think that's going to do it for today right here at the state line, the Georgia Welcome Center. You want to do the honors of the outro? Say, are you licking your fingers?
The vlog is over.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
you hungry? Let's get something to eat.
You got extra crispy.
I got crispy.
I got regular. You've been wanting this since Corbin. Get everything you wish for? Just like the statement says.
Taste those 11 herbs and spices.
We also noticed that nowhere in the general vicinity, out of the last couple states, you can't go inside any of the KFCs. They're all drive-through or takeout only. Currently.
But we took it out.
I think that's it. Now you thirsty?
Yep. I'm thirsty.